And was it Jeremy who talked about relationship building? Okay. I know lots of salespeople. I don't know if it's 150,000. When I say no, I've met lots of salespeople, probably close to 150, maybe 200,000 in 42 years. I've been a lot of different places and stood in front of a lot of different groups. I can count, well, a very few of them get to the point where they're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 a year. But if, by the way, I worked with one salesman who made $94,000. That was in the month of May. He'll make right at 800 grand this year. He's been doing the business for 4 years. All right, and I know based on the grosses I heard on Monday, I know there's people here making big money. But without fail, and right now we're in a little bit of a different, well, I've never seen anything like what I've seen this year in 42 years. I've never seen grosses like I've seen this year. Is that all of us? Is that all us?
No.
It's the market as well, okay? It's basic economics. It's the law of supply and demand. For some reason, the demand for vehicles is still off the charts, but there just aren't very many vehicles. There aren't very many new vehicles, and there aren't very many used vehicles. So we are making money hand over foot. And by the way, do we deserve it?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes, we do. Is what you do for a living, is it hard?
It is.
Well, let me ask a couple questions. Do you work on commission?
Yes.
So if you don't produce, you don't make any money.
Correct.
Okay. Do you work at night?
Yes.
You work long hours?
Correct.
Work weekends?
Yes.
Work holidays?
Yes.
Are you abused by the buying public?
Yes.
Okay. That is a definition of a hard job. A hard job demands that you get paid well. How do you build a relationship? I buy a car from you today, David. How many times will I hear from you over the next 12 months? Don't bullshit me.
13 times.
13 times. If you're telling the truth, I'm very impressed. Okay? I should hear from my salesperson every single month. What do you say to me? Because wait a minute, it doesn't. I can hear some of you going, well, God Almighty, what the hell would I say 13 times a year to somebody?
Send me referrals.
That's exaggerated.
Who said that? Okay, I can't think of anything worse. Anything worse to say to me. Okay, I'm dead serious. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge believer in referrals. In fact, no salesperson I know who makes the big bucks doesn't get lots of referrals. But the salespeople that get the most referrals never, ever, 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 ever ask for a referral.
Correct.
But they get a ton of them. How does that work? Good thing I'm here, Oliver.
I call them and tell them. I know half the people I sell cars to.
Which is good. And that's the key. You know, it used to be said that it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's bullshit. It's who knows you. It's who knows you. And who knows you and knows what you do. The best salespeople in this country have become a lot of people's favorite automobile salesperson. And I used to ask this question to my friends outside of the car business. I'd say, hey, who's your favorite car salesperson? What was their normal response to that? Exactly. You know these people. They couldn't tell me. I'd see people with brand new cars. They'd have drive-out tags, which meant in Georgia the car's not 30 days old yet. And I'd say, hey, who did you buy that from? And what would they tell me?
I don't know.
The name of the dealership. I bought it from Nally Lexus. I said, I know it's Nally Lexus. It's got Nally on the back of the car. Who'd you buy it from? True story. The guy says, I don't know, but he was the best damn salesman I've ever had. I said, okay, if I wanted to buy a car from him, how would I go find him? He goes, go into the dealership, go to the receptionist, and ask for the short, fat, bald guy. He's terrific.
He's not short, but he...
So he couldn't tell me what the guy's name was, and they hadn't had the car 30 days. Okay, statistically speaking, 100 people bought a car a year ago today here in this market. Statistically speaking, how many can name their salesperson?
20%?
Maybe 5%.
About 12.
Depending on the survey you believe, 8 to 12. 8 to 12%. What's the average price of a new car in the United States today?
25.
40,000.
Who said 25? Oliver, that's the average price of a used car, okay? The average price of a new vehicle. $45,000 is the average price of a new vehicle. Cars, trucks, SUVs, the whole thing. The average price of a used vehicle has gone up $5,000 in the last 18 months. So I'm spending $45,000 and I can't remember the son of a bitch that I bought it from? I mean, how sad is that? Is that the customer's fault for not remembering? No, but guarantee if David's contacting me 13 times a year, I'm not gonna forget David.